I done proved to myself. Back on that ruling myself, I got new news to tell. Act like you knew you done failed.
What is up, my fellow hip-hop heads and music lovers in general? My name is G-Vans and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Special Request Thursdays, where I always take the little recommendations that you guys send me of artists and albums that you really like in hopes that I will say some good things about it, and in hopes that you guys will get me into some new music. So yeah, this is Special Request Thursdays once again. 2 albums for me to review today as always. So yeah, let's get right to it. Also, for those of you wondering why the vlog went up yesterday instead of Tuesday, long story short, your boy finally got copyright claimed. I'm not allowed to use the Beatles at all. So yeah, no more Beatles music in the videos. So that's just how it is. But you know, the rest of the songs I used were fine. So yeah, let's get right to the videos. So for this video, the first album I'm gonna be reviewing is an album called Reincarnated by the one and only Snoop Dogg, or as he calls himself in this album, Snoop Lion. Now, this album came out in 2013, I gotta say, or I believe it came out in 2013. So I was about I think I was either 13 or I was 12. I was either 12 or 13 years old when this album came out, and that's when I found out that that Snoop Dogg had temporarily changed his name to Snoop Lion. He didn't really change it. He just came up with a little old alter ego for himself. You know how Eminem has Slim Shady and Logic has Young Sinatra, and just like rappers come up with little names for themselves all the time. So I was I didn't really get that freaked out about it. I do remember seeing a bunch of people get so fucking mad over it, because I was just sitting there first of all, if he did want to change his name to Snoop Lion, then what the fuck does it matter to you? If Snoop Dogg thinks that Snoop Lion is a better name for him, then fuck it, let him do it. And second of all, if people were to listen, it was only gonna be an alter ego. It was going to be his reggae side, instead of his rapping side, his reggae side, and much more chill side. Yes, you heard that right, reggae. It's a fucking reggae album by Snoop Dogg. So the album is called Reincarnated because I feel like this was the time where Snoop Dogg made the biggest fucking comeback ever. It's there's no denying that Snoop Dogg became one of the greatest rappers of all time in hip hop. He's such an iconic character, such an iconic celebrity and rapper and just person in general. It's people who hear his voice they know right away oh, that's fucking Snoop Dogg. It's he is in a lot of movies, and he does a lot of voice acting, and the moment you hear his calm and chill voice, it's right away that's fucking Snoop Dogg. And it's even if you never listen to a Snoop Dogg song whatsoever, someone can show a non Snoop Dogg fan a picture of Snoop Dogg himself, and they would know right away, oh yeah, that's Snoop Dogg. I don't know him, but I know that's him. So that's how iconic he is. He made a lot of great records. Back in Death Row. He had that Doggy Style album. He had a bunch. He had a bunch of songs with Dr. Dre, a bunch of songs with Tupac. He he just pretty much just he had a really great career so far, and it's really inspiring to see that he's still going. I know that recently he's been doing all this live action, or not live action, but that live reality shows, and he also is a coach for youth football. And he's just done a lot of things outside of hip hop that's made him so fucking successful like these past years. Like I don't know how long he's been doing this. I'm gonna say like at least 20 because the man is like in his 40s now, and you know he has definitely done a lot of shit outside of hip hop and outside of like you know the music industry to like become a lot more successful, and I think like Reincarnated is like you know was like you know the start of something new for his like career. So first of all, like I said, it is a reggae album. It's a lot more chill. It's you know it's less aggressive. You know, it's it's just like a really like more chill and beautiful album. A really underrated album. I feel like a lot of people like don't really like know that this album like they're not really aware that this album is a thing. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people like probably didn't really give a fuck about the whole like fucking Snoop Lion thing. So and like you know I it's kind of bullshit because this album is pretty fucking good. You know, he works with with a lot of different artists, a lot of like different like unique artists that you would never see, you would never think that Snoop Dogg would like work with. You know, like I know Drake is on this album, fucking Akon. Haven't heard from him in a fucking while. Fucking love Akon, and you know, there's a lot of like different like producers on here as well that like that have never worked with Snoop Dogg before and ended up like sounding really good. You know, I know Madlib is on here, Major Lazer. I know like, you know like, those producers are really fucking like like famous and pretty like well known. So you know, it's just it was just something different. You know what I mean? He talks a lot about like social issues a lot. You know, and you know yeah. There's a little bit of like you know like marijuana talks because you know it's Snoop Dogg. He's probably like the biggest fucking pothead that everybody knows. Sorry about that, guys. I was off. I was like, I zoned off for a bit. Like I don't know, but I feel like you know. I don't know what took Snoop Dogg so long to like make this reggae album happen because and honestly like you know if I were to think of anybody to like make a reggae album I feel like he would have been a great person and you know like I said it turned out to be very good. You know that there are a lot of marijuana talk because you know he's Snoop Dogg, you know it's a reggae album, of course you want to be chill about it, but you know even like without the marijuana being the way, you know he takes the time to like be real with his fans. You know what I mean? Like it's like I feel like this is like the most realist that Snoop Dogg has ever been. You know what I mean? And so I don't know. Like I really like it. You know, like yeah. Is he like the big like menace that we all known and love for a long time? Like of course not. You know, back then you know he was like you know he was like going through something and you know like he grew up in hard times, and so he obviously like had a lot to say, and you know now that he's where he really wants to be in his life, you know he doesn't really have like a lot of shit to like you know complain about. You know he like you know he loves his life and everything. You know he's really like he's really famous, he's successful, you know like he's able to give his family the life that he never had. So you know like I feel like Reincarnated is just a celebration of like you know of life, a celebration of self, and just a whole big like celebration like in general. Like I really like this album. I think my favorite song was either was either what's that song called? I think it's called Good Good, and then Harder Times. Like those are like my two favorite tracks, and you know overall this album is like a secret like classic, a secret masterpiece from his discography. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. So hope you guys enjoyed my review. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram down below. What other album should I review next? Go ahead and let me know down below in the comments. Go ahead and follow Snoop Dogg on Instagram down below. Go show him some love. I'm sure he's gonna be dropping a lot of like other shit soon. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the second upload for today, and don't forget to stay happy.
Look how hard mama worked just trying to get by.